Hello, this is Beta Ray Ben for Pixel Spank, and today I'm playing Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Advance free on GBA on GameCube. Multiplayer doesn't do anything. I was just curious, to be honest, see if it would do anything. Now no, actually I won't. I was going to say I'm going to do the Mario Bros one first. Now I'll do Yoshi's Island. I'll make a separate video on the other one because it's technically a different game. Of course, as a GBA game, it takes advantage of the entire screen. Okay, so apparently I was at World 6 on one file, World 3 on another, and World 1 on a third. Right, let's erase the third file. Sure, yes. Really unnecessary amount of graphical work has gone into that, hasn't it? Alright, don't immediately erase another one by accident. I've got strong memories of this being actually one of my favourite Mario games, if you will. Mostly in part because it's quite a bit easier than regular Mario. It's less of a platformer, more puzzly. So a baby falls from the sky, and this bunch of dinosaurs decide to save said baby. And it starts with the green one. And I think each level you get a different coloured one, and it doesn't really, the different colours make no difference in this. Some games, different coloured Yoshis are important. Sometimes they're not. In this one they're not, obviously. Little secret, the art style in this was a direct FU to the art style used in Donkey Kong Country. Alright, yeah, so the jumping, it is floatier. Can you run? No, there's one speed. Yeah, I shouldn't have jumped at that. This is just needless tutorial. Make it. Is that a bounce? Yeah. So the whole shtick of this game is firing eggs at things. There's no real lives of which to speak. There we go. Let's build the army up. First level, nice and easy. That wasn't the first level, as it turns out. I wonder why it wouldn't let me move. What is happening? I can change the controls? Push twice to throw, release the throw. Release the throw is the better option, obviously. Alright, so these are the 6 worlds, of which in my original save I was at number 6. That's how good I was. This is world 1, and then these are the levels, of which there are 4 parts down the bottom there. I think those are irrelevant, that's just you changing Yoshis. Remember, there's castles, there's bosses. Make eggs, throw eggs. Basic tutorial stuff. At number 10, that was up there, that was, what was it? Oh, piss off. I can't think what it was. I can't think what I'm trying to say now. That's it. When Mario falls off you, you get that number of seconds to get him back. Otherwise, he doesn't die, but enemies arrive to try and take him away. Yeah, it's fine. And even when the enemies come to try and take him away, you can grab him. It's fine. You've got time. If you're really good, you can just skirt around at 1 second for ages. Although you have to be shit to learn how to do that, obviously. Damn it, he pissed off. Right, let's get to speed running. Need some eggs. Need as many eggs as possible. I think you can have like 6 or 7 eggs at once. More time. Fucking whistling sunflowers. You can piss right off. Very expensive effects of the time. I don't know. I'm making all this up at this point. First one came out on Super Nintendo. I didn't have it. There was an N64 one as well, but again, I didn't have that. Rented it once. N64 games are very expensive. It wasn't done to actually buy them. It was It's a tremendous investment to do so. Oh, piss on my grave. Ah yes, let's get the ball rolling, shall we? Hilarious. Yeah. And then you get something in the raffle? No. You can get something though. The more flowers you collect through the levels, the more there are at the end there. I think that could be something. A lot of score shit came up there. I don't really know what most of that means. We've palmed Yoshi off maybe Mario onto a pink Yoshi now. It's questionable whether you play as Mario or Yoshi in this game. That's not, you clearly just play as Yoshi, don't you? Something epic just happened, but it was off screen to me, so I didn't see it. That's what it was. A chain jumped in the background, come out to fuck you. Piss off. Yeah, that said something, but I don't know what. You just honk eggs through it. That's the system. Nearly fucked that right up. The whole egg throwing mechanic is very good. It persists. In fact, there's a lot of mechanics in this that are very good. There's the eggs. I think you can transform into shit. I can't remember if that's this game or not. I think that the hierarchy goes that there's Kirby games, which are like, you know, yeah, helicopter. Kirby games, which are the easiest, and then Yoshi's Island, which is slightly harder, and then you move up to Mario. And then when Mario's too easy for you, then you shift over to Metroid, and you're like, oh, why haven't they made a game in years? And you don't know. I didn't actually want to become regular Yoshi then. I was quite enjoying my time as helicopter. Yoshi-copter, let's call it what it is. I can't ever get him. They don't really get you a whole lot bursting those. It's pleasing as fuck to do it, but yeah. Oh, I died. I tried to fly my way out, but then I remembered that wasn't an option in this. I also had a sudden urge of wanting to just honk Mario into the air, like in Super Mario, but again, not an option here. But I can be helicopter Yoshi again. It's all worth it in the end. Let's see, there's the helicopter one. That one I remember. There's a drill. They call it a drill dozer, like a bulldozer but drilling. A bit like Thunderbird 3, if you're familiar with Thunderbirds, which you probably aren't. What does this net you doing that? Nothing. It's an exit. If it's an exit. Ah, yeah, just remembered that. Smash Bros, isn't it? It's quite hard to control this game using a GameCube thing. Again, I try and fail. Yeah, I'm using a control stick and a GameCube controller. It doesn't work that great. Control stick, control pad, not good either. My initial instinct is that so far this game isn't as good as I remember, but at the same time it's quite easy, so it might not get as good as I remember until later levels. It's an entirely true prospect. I can't think of words. Entirely reasonable hypothesis. Let's go with that. I'll go to the first castle, then I'll swap to the other save, and I'll skip right to the end when it's much more difficult, and then I'll think, well, somewhere in the middle would have been the ideal. Fuck you. I didn't want what he had. I'm that kind of guy. That's a tactic right there, and you just keep the rock where you want it. Fuck that up. Look, Starman. Maybe they're like the baby version of stars from what's it called? Yeah, the Starman, the actual Starman. They're coming up as red. I don't recall as to why. Shit, nearly lost him. You can honk an egg and break his bubble, and that will also return him, I believe. It's a viable strategy. Or stratagem, if you will. Look, creepy lantern-bearing ghost things. They're... I don't know. You'll notice the level is a lot less linear than the last ones. Oh yes, those are enemies, I just remembered. I think they might grow up into piranha plants. Something good's in here. Something very... No, it's just Starman again. I don't know, in my head there was going to be something like ultra impressive in there. I think I have to go down that pipe, don't I? There are some enemies. Oh look, it's a reference to Super Mario Bros. 2. God only knows why. Like, seriously, these games wouldn't have been far apart in age. Maybe it's not a reference, maybe it's an homage. Or just a similarity. I think I'm nearly at the end now. I've eaten a lot of pollen type objects going through this area. What are they called? Those things, you pick them up and you blow all the seeds off. Could be a dandelion. No. No, they're the yellow ones, aren't they? Well, I've been eaten. It's quite cool doing this little run and throw. Oh, you can run through that. That's intriguing. And apparently you can cancel it as well. That's good to know. Come on. Bollocks. I don't know if you can have any real effect on that. If I just paid attention to the ones I've already hit, I'd know exactly how many it goes through when you hit it, because it'll probably be the same amount each time. But I'm not willing to put that work in. I remember enjoying the bosses in this game. I remember them being large. An odd thing to remember enjoying about a game. Look! Something hellish happens. Maybe. At some point, something hellish will happen. Perfect aim there. Aha! Very expensive effect, that. Took them years to figure out how to get it to work. And they don't splooge it on the first level either. They wait. They fucking wait. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, it can fall forward. Granted, it doesn't quite work exactly because for some reason it's only as wide as that pillar, but it comes forward much wider, which is an effect of parallax scrolling, which doesn't really work. But still, it's cool. Don't think you can... I was going to say you can't kill these, but I actually proved myself wrong immediately. Alright, you're fine. I love the fact that when he does that jump, he's just shouting no. Like, he knows he'll die if he doesn't somehow just scramble to make it. It's horrifying. That's the thing, none of the enemies are really overly aggressive in this. Ah, I can get full eggs from this. Fuck you up and fuck you up too. There's something you can do with charging eggs now, I've just remembered. They do more damage the more colour they are, which they get from bouncing. There's something to it, but I can't think what. Alright, let's get some speed up, shall we? And then immediately the ring just cuts all my momentum away. Are we at the boss yet? Son of a bitch. Ah, I nearly nailed Mario, but I actually just hit myself. Oh well, I find it very pleasing to get all the eggs together when out of that machine and just sort of leave them there. That becomes a factor now, I remember. Only certain enemies will give you an egg, and they eventually they're just like, no, you have to ration these. Like, go having fun, just kicking your eggs all over. Can I land on that? Didn't look like I could. Alright, lava kills. I wasn't sure. Now I know. Pretty obvious, but now I do know. Considering how I keep mocking this game for it being too easy, I have died twice. So, you know, take that with a pinch of salt. Have I been very careful? No. Okay, good. I wonder if it'll cut on momentum mid-jump. There's a chance it might. No. There was a chance. Just jump clean over all that. Have I got a key? Do I need one? Apparently I do need a key. I bet it's in here, isn't it? Fuck that. Okay, can't. It's fine, baby. You'll be fine. Okay, that was ambitious, trying to jump over that. I was actually trying to crouch jump, but that's not a thing. So there's definitely not a key in here. Did gain a level up there. The pipe actually goes down to this physical place in this game, because that lava above me would be up there. I'm not sure. That's fine. Like to the left now is lava, which was under there. That's a nice touch. There's something big under there. Can't kill it. The key's under the flower pot, no less. Genius. Oh yeah, you can. I think. Can you? No. If you hit some. No. I thought if you hit select, it would cycle through the eggs, because different eggs do different things, and like you don't want to throw the key by accident. Make it. Is this doing anything? I want to throw the key, but I just need to throw the key at the lock. I can't think how. You don't do anything, you just open it. Why did I throw my eggs away before going through that? There's a boss on the other side of this. Okay, that's alright. 4, 5, 6. 6 eggs. Plenty. I really like jumping with these. Son of a bitch. I like those guys. They're not really the enemy. They're just some guys. Alright, we got 6 eggs to kill this giant prick. Yeah, Cammy Cooper there, he comes in. So you're still on the baby side, Yoshi baby? And get a load of this. I don't know where that came from. Very expensive effect, that. Very expensive of the time. Now, the shtick with this is, you can't get you down here, and you just throw eggs at him. Yeah, that's pretty much it, isn't it? And that flower will throw eggs. There's no real difficulty. The only difficulty is I've just run out of eggs, so I need to collect more. Should have been collecting eggs, shouldn't I? So you're invincible when you don't have Yoshi, so it's a completely valid tactic to just ignore him for most of the fight, because you got loads of health. He's nude and deflated. It's my love life all over again. They both give the V's, the peace version. Some people don't realise this, but in England, if you do it that way, that's the equivalent of that for us. Well, not really. We don't take it very seriously. Okay, let's leave this save file if possible. Very cool effect there. That's all I keep saying is very cool effect, isn't it? But it all is. World 6. Christ. And apparently I was stuck on a boss. In fact, this is like the end of the game. King Bowser's Castle. Immediate helicopter ride. Thank God it's one of the vehicles I know how to use. Would have been screwed if it was one I didn't. Okay. I don't think I'm invincible right now. It's worth pointing out. No. I don't actually know what happens if you hit and you spin. I have 78 lives. Take note, that's the sign of this, isn't it? It's very hard to actually control this helicopter. You build momentum when you move, but you're not overly maneuverable. Like right now, I'm spinning the control stick. I'm not really doing a whole lot of use. I'm just feathering some buttons. Okay, he will fuck me up, right? I'm starting to see why this is as far as I'd got in this save file. I thought maybe there was a chance that, well, it's the last level, so if you beat that, that's it for the save file. It doesn't say you've completed it or anything, and I might have done it. But actually, I'm starting to get memories that maybe I just couldn't be asked to do this. Oh yeah, I remember. Now, when you see him in the background, it's where he's going to come through in the foreground. He's in line with the... Nope. Yep. This is next to impossible. Alright. Yes, I'm going to try again. I've got to figure this out. I've got an idea this time. It's a cheap one, but it might pay off. For reasons of a screen real estate nature, I might be able to fly higher than any of the enemies. It might pan out. No. He saw right through me. Okay, so he tracks your position. That much I've learnt. I've given up already. Let's I can just go back. Let's try out World 4. 4's a nice solid number. Let's have a look at this big turtle looking boss. Apparently there are bonuses in each world that I have never seen. Huckbill the Cooper's Castle. Alright. Yep, immediate enemies here. Oh, that's it. Yeah, when it goes into the red, they'll regenerate, but nothing else will. Yeah, the timer, that is. Nothing in there. I like that frog down there. Also, look at the Koopa with no shell. He's living large. Oh. Oh, right, that's it, yeah. I had Koopa shells. Yes, okay. I'm remembering things now. Okay, didn't see that there. Only got 8 seconds on the clock. I'll have one solid go at this level, and then I'll let the timer run down, because I seem to remember the hell beasts that arrive. Let's kill this frog. Fuck you, frog. He didn't seem to die, he just seemed a bit... Alright, I'm out. Can I get through this? Yes, that's how. Okay, the chain is damaging. But since I'm riding on there on 10 time there, there's really nothing to worry about. I really fucked that up. I was meant to hit the rock and I hit the Koopa instead. I just want to fuck these guys up. Nope, can't go in there. You stand on this and it will go in the direction it points. That's what I remember. So it's all about micro course correction. Also, it has a timer apparently. That I didn't remember. I can't get back out of here. Shit. I already shafted myself there. I fucked that many times over. Alright, I won't do this stage again. I'll just have a jump around. Let's look at World 5. I don't know if there's themes to the worlds as such, but it looks like this one is ice and the last one is fire. So 3 would be tribesmen. So just get in there, see what we're dealing with. Jungle rhythm. Alright, I'm going to let a timer run down on this level. Ah, look, tiny spearmen. Ah, that's right, they got shields. I don't know, they're shy guys with sword and shield. Right, let's let the timer run down, and you'll see the horrifying enemies that result. At least I'll try and let the timer run down. He really wanted to live. Look, they run in and come after you. Well, they actually came a lot faster than I remember. In my head, they were quite slow with it. I think it varies. Anyway, so that was Yoshi's Island. Join me next time for that Mario game I said about at the start. You saw it. That's what it will be. Thanks for watching. Hey, this is Beta Ray Ben for Pixel Spank, and today I'm playing Mario Bros, a game which was available on the Yoshi's Island game I have for GBA, and it seems to be included with nearly every GBA Mario game of the time. I think this was originally an arcade game, a 2-player head-to-head job. It's not good. It's quite bad, to be honest. It's basically just this, and you just survive for as long as possible. If you do it in 2-player mode, the other player will be trying to kill you. Maybe. Okay, there we go. Right. That's what you do. You just have to kill the enemies, and they'll run back. Yeah. That POW, I could have used that, but it persists through the levels. It won't respawn, so you want to save it for when the going gets tough. Yeah, fucking nailing it. Very, very, very floaty jump mechanics in this. I don't think there's power-ups either, because I'm currently regular Mario. It's not called Super Mario in any way. And I just can't remember. I feel like sometimes good stuff does come out of the pipes. Shit. After you knock them... Shit! I was gonna say, after you knock them upside down, they will eventually turn right side up. And I think when they run to the bottom, they run out the top again. But they power up each time. The longer they're alive, the stronger they get. There's something like that. Basically, you just get overwhelmed at some point. Bonus game. How fast can you get the coins? Actually got plenty of time. One aspect of this I do like is that you run off one side, you come on the other. There's something pleasing about that. It's very nice. The joke of it is, if Nintendo actually had developed this game, they'd have ended up with something like Towerfall, which is great, or a lot of quite popular. Yeah, these you have to hit them twice and then they go. I mean, I'm sort of having fun, but I know in my head it's not a good game. Alright, he's gone blue. I've missed him now. I've fucked that right up. I've got to wait for him to come out. It's going to be tricky. Yeah. So the POW did regenerate after an initial phase. Son of a bitch. Okay, I can't do anything from up here. That one's green. I'm trying to hit that POW, but it's very hard to actually hit the fucker. I've done terribly on this. I've got enemies coming at me from all sides. That one can turn! He's smarter than all of us! Ah, the green fire that inexplicably becomes Luigi's trademark later on. Alright, I've made that one angry. Which I think is what that means. When in my head it looks like they get teeth out when you do that. That fireball's spawning in. That'll just come at me. How many are left? It feels like there's way more than there should be. Shit! I miscalculated the levels. Alright, let's grab that. Fuck him up there. That's the worst part. You hit them and they just fuck off away from you. I specifically remember the 2-player version of this is fun for approximately like one round. Yeah, I didn't think you could jump on top of them. I was suddenly thinking this is the first one that hasn't had some sort of attack function attached to its face. Maybe I can jump on them, but no. Alright. I'm gonna try and pow, but it's very hard to hit the bastard. Plus these are mostly off the ground. Shit. Come on, I've got 44,000. This game exists almost entirely for when you get too frustrated playing whatever the main game on the cartridge is and you just think, okay, I guess I'll play Mario Bros. And you play it for about as long as I am now and you're like, oh, yeah, that's why I don't play Mario Bros. Come on. Come out, you prick. Ah! Went very red for that death. I've not got a lot left in me. Fuck you. It's quite pleasing just how far you punt the enemies at the end there. Hasn't even got the gall to call them levels as well. It calls them phases. Ugh. Get the coin. Get the coin. Did you see the pro level there? Okay, I just shafted myself. I flipped them back both up the right way. I was doing really well until that point. I was managing them quite nicely. Fucking fire. Yeah. It's got that classic thing of for an arcade game where it looks like it will be fun, but in actuality it's not. It's very important that arcade games have that. Did you see how fast that blue fucker was going at the end there? At least 7 or 8 miles per hour. Look, ice! Now I won't be able to stop. I can on the bottom level. Oh, it's a bonus level. Come on. 10. Yeah, it's about 15 seconds on the clock each time for 20 seconds. But it's the same course every time. No, I think it does get slightly harder actually. It was ice that time. I reckon they start throwing in fireballs later on. Doesn't matter if you fail it, I don't think, but it's all about that bonus score. Alright, we're back to Spikies. I thought this was going to be an ice level, which the background is icy, but there's no ice inside, which actually makes quite a bit of sense. Alright, those frozen enemies. I don't think you kill those. I think they just are. Get the POW. That's good. I used it to kill that bitch. Don't want to be on this level. Ah, that's it. Yeah, they turn shit to ice. Okay. So I've got that to deal with now. Yep, and I died. I think that was my last life. Yeah. So this was going to be its own video until I remembered just how little there is to it. So this is actually just going to be a little bonus part to the Yoshi's Island experience. No, of course I don't want to fucking continue. It was just crap, isn't it?